this mean anything more to you because it was your first home game?
Absolutely. I give a lot of credit to our players. This place has felt like home pretty quick, being in Arizona. And to have it against a program that I respect for what it stands for the long period of time, it's pretty awesome. And to, win a game a different kind of way, a great pitching performance by Nathan and Bobby, and played spectacular defense. Pretty special night. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
What made Bannister so effective tonight?
I think first off, his experience was very valuable. And, this is our first time playing in front of this crowd here, and I felt like he would handle the moment, the nerves, all of those things well. And he used his experience, which was very valuable. And he pitched down in the zone. I mean, they did not get very many pitches to hit. And, tonight with the ballpark playing the way that it did and the ball going nowhere, that benefited us, and he was spectacular.
Like to have experience, especially in that early situation where he had second and third one out and was able to work out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We fielded the bunt and then took care of the ball, and then we wanted to pitch Vargas, their best guy, carefully, and we actually ended up striking him out, and we're able to get out of it, which was awesome.
When the pitching coach goes out, do you send him out there in that situation, or does he go out in his own volition?
Yeah, we it's a team effort all the way through this thing, and we just basically wanted to talk about how we were going to pitch him at that time. And anytime there's an RBI spot, and when you're playing a great team with great pitching like Fullerton, those are going to be the tipping point in the game. And so we want to make sure ourselves as the staff, the pitcher and the catcher, are all on the same page. And that's what it was. And then also, he'd been cruising and hadn't had a lot of innings where he was in the stretch, and we just wanted to get him settled down and make sure we were all on the same page.
How big was it for Dahlbeck to come from the RBI single, considering he was kind of, getting up to it?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great. I mean, those two guys, JJ and him, are the guys that get the headlines and everybody wants to talk about, and rightfully so. I mean, they have some special talent. And, for JJ to stay on the ball and drive it that way, we've been working hard on his swing, and I think that was very indicative of the improvements he's made. And then Bobby with a good approach, just not trying to do too much. And that's exactly what we needed. And when you knew it was going to be a low-scoring game, sometimes the team that scores first, it can change their at-bats a little bit, and I think that two-run inning really helped.
What's important about his aggressiveness on defense, especially fielding bumps at both positions, at third and on the mound?
Yeah, I mean, it's we want our pitchers to be athletes, and when you can have an infielder bouncing off the mound, especially a team like Fullerton, who's known for their short game offense, that was awesome. I mean, Scott Hurst is about as fast a guy as there is in college baseball, and as soon as the ball went down, I went, oh no, and then next thing, he was right on it and strong-armed it over there.
Was that a miscommunication at third, though, covering afterward?
Yeah, I mean, it's Cesar is going to be a great player, as all of you guys have seen here in the first 8 games. I mean, I could not be happier to have that guy, but, I mean, he's grinding, he's trying to get us strikes back there. He did a great job receiving and framing, and I think he just missed it right there.
Does Dahlbeck lock down that long closer role for you guys if you're up 2 in the 7th or 8th?
Well, against that program, having a chance to win tonight, there was nobody else we were putting in the game. The matchup thing was completely out of it. I liked how Bannister made them look uncomfortable, and I think with Bobby adding a tick more velocity and a tick more of an out pitch, I thought they would have a hard time squaring him up, and they did.
With Nathan, was that a pitch count thing or just the right time to get him out of that?
Just kind of looking at him, I thought he was laboring a little bit in the 6th inning, and he got 2 outs, and he struck the last hitter out. He was right around 90 pitches, which is, we don't want to start guys over 90 at this point in the season. And it was just kind of a gut feeling that Hudgens is a dangerous guy and hit a couple home runs last weekend, and I thought he'd have a hard time squaring Bobby out.
Strong as Fullerton's pitching is, how important was it to get on the board so early?
Huge, and we've done a great job of that. I think we have scored first in all but 1 game. Our guys have done a really good job of taking good at-bats and game planning against opposing pitching, and tonight was no different. Conine is a freshman, but was a high-profile recruit and has a really good future there. Scott Sturgstad, he's nasty, and then Hawkins, 95 miles an hour at the end of the game. So we'll get better from this. I think the pitching was a tick up from what we saw last weekend, very similar to what we saw at Rice, and it's awesome for our hitters. I mean, you're talking about the preseason favorite in Conference USA, winning 2 out of 3 of the preseason favorite in the Big West. Nebraska's a projected regional team, and San Diego State's the preseason favorite in the Mountain West. So I think all the good pitching we're seeing is really going to help us.
You already had the Rice trip scheduled. Why did you think it was important to do the San Diego tournament as well?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I think playing this elite competition early in the year, it exposes things we need to work on. And at bats against that type of pitching is something we'll go back to work on tomorrow. But as storied as this program is, and it's been so good for so long, we only have one player that's ever played in the NCAA tournament on our team. And that environment last weekend with Tulane, Nebraska, Santa Barbara, San Diego State, Kentucky, I don't think you can get a regular season environment closer to an NCAA regional. And the way the games were and how competitive they were bared that out. And I thought it was great for our players.
Do you still go Cloney Friday even though he pitched Sunday?
No. Cameron Ming is going to start on Friday. He threw on Saturday, and Cloney will go Saturday night, and then we'll be TBA the rest of the way.
What kind of emotions were you feeling heading into your first home opener as head coach?
You know, I mean, Coach Lon, our pitching coach, has a good saying: is if you ever stop being a little bit nervous, it's time to get out. And you know, I'm really proud of the way we've competed so far, and I really wanted these people to see the style of play, the energy in the dugout, how badly our guys want to win, and they've been spectacular at that. And so it was more of an excitement to get in front of our fans and to get them to see the work that these guys have put in the style of play.
Do you think your players were feeding off the crowd's energy and vice versa?
Hey, no question about it. I mean, I'm 38 years old. I walk into the McHale Center and that video pops on and the crowd's going crazy. All I think about is wanting to get those people 5 minutes over here and create the same thing for us. And so what a great start with the crowd.